We were talking in a video about how Donald Trump's actions in the Middle East, his war with Iran, have caused a global disruption in oil supply, which has caused oil to go up, which has caused gas prices to go up. One of my more loyal trolls here, a Trumper, says oil companies made record profits this past quarter. If it's costing more to get the oil, how are companies making record profits? Because they're gouging us at the pump. But see, what you're misunderstanding here, and we're going to touch on the oil company profits in just a second, but what you're misunderstanding is that both things can be true. It can simultaneously be true that Donald Trump's efforts in the Middle East have caused global oil supply disruptions, which have caused oil prices to go up, which have caused gas prices to go up. That can be true, while at the same time, it can also be true that oil companies are taking advantage of the situation, and while they've had to raise their prices, they've raised their prices more than they needed to in order to gouge us at the pump and make more profits. Both things can exist at the same time, and do exist at the same time right now. Having said that, does this mean that you're pissed off at capitalism? Now, I'm a capitalist. I'm somebody that is a capitalist who believes in heavily regulated capitalism. But what you're pissing and moaning about here is capitalism. What you're saying is, I would imagine, that you want the oil companies regulated more so that they don't fuck us over at the pump, right? Welcome to the Democratic side. Welcome to the side that says, hey, this is a problem. This doesn't excuse away what's going on in the Middle East. Donald Trump's actions still have caused a disruption in the supply, still have caused the supply cost to go up, still have caused the price at the pump to go up. But yes, at the same time, oil companies are raking us over the fucking coals. So are you planning on taking a stance in favor of more heavily regulated oil industry? Are you planning on taking a stance for Congress to step in and do something and maybe set some prices in some way, shape, or form? Because this is just unfettered capitalism. This is unregulated capitalism. Both things can be true. Welcome to the realization that not every company out there has the best interest, your best interest in heart. And I look forward to some more of your commentary in my videos supporting an effort to rein in companies that do this, whether they be oil companies or retailers. I mean, we saw this in mass in the wake of COVID, right? Companies lost a shit ton of money during the COVID lockdowns. And when we came out of that, companies jacked their prices up in order to make up the money that they lost during the COVID shutdowns. And we started paying those increased prices. So the companies went, we're never going to lower the prices because they're already paying the high prices. And then we had the heads of the national grocers go and testify before Congress and admit that they jacked the prices up way more than they needed to in order to adjust for inflation. Why? We're taking advantage of a situation which saw them make record profits. Once again, thank you for coming to the realization that we have a fucking problem in this country, but it doesn't explain away Trump's actions.